Will the Bengals beat the Chiefs, improve to 9-7, and keep their playoff hopes alive? Hi again, everyone, and happy game day. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com. Welcome into Cincinnati Bengals Talk, and be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, so you get all of our game day coverage, our game day recap, instant reaction to the win, the loss, the draw. Who knows? Maybe it will be a draw today at Arrowhead Stadium, where the Bengals they need to win. And we launched a new show this week called Enter the Jungle. Be sure to check that out. That will certainly get you set for today's game. Our prediction is out as well. Plenty of locker room videos for your enjoyment as well. But let's be honest here. This is, even though playoff chances could flip and they could still make the playoffs at 9-8 with a win next week if they lost today, it feels like a must win. And this Bengals team, I think they'll have Jamar Chase. We'll see. And we'll see if he's officially active 90 minutes before the game. I expect him to play. And so I can tell you that much. Now, will this team be able to go into Arrowhead and win without Joe Burrow, without DJ Reader? I think if I was the Chiefs, an offense that has certainly struggled in recent weeks, they lost to a team last week in the Raiders that didn't complete a pass after the first quarter, which is insane, by the way. They had no business losing that game. And I get it. Two offensive turnovers that turn into touchdowns. I get it. At the same time, they still should have won that game. And if I'm them, I'm hammering Isaiah Pacheco, who cleared concussion protocol yesterday. The interior of the Chiefs' defensive front, that is their bread and butter. That is their strength. The tackles, they've been weak. I'll be quite honest, they've been weak. Donovan Smith won't play today, but even when he's been out there, it's not like he's been what Orlando Brown Jr. was for them last year. They should have re-signed Orlando. Obviously, the Bengals have him now, and he's been pretty good this year. Not perfect, but pretty good this year, playing through a groin injury at one point as well. Chiefs fans won't let you hear that, won't listen to it, and I'm sure they'll get in the comments here. But the reality of things is, for this Chiefs offensive front, they want their interior to lead the way. So why would they not run it between the tackles with Joe Tooney and Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith, one of the best interiors, without a DJ Reader on the other side? I think that's what they'll do today. They'll try to lean on the run, certainly more than they have in the past with Pacheco out there. And so it's up for this Bengals front to win, to find ways to win. And whether it's these linebackers, whether it's Zach Carter, whether it's Cam Sample, whether it's Josh Tupou, whether it's Jay Tufele, it doesn't matter. Those guys need to win. We will see if they do. Obviously, BJ Hill leads that defensive tackle room. And the other part of this for this Bengals defense, Trey Hendrickson going up against a backup, not Donovan Smith, but a backup. You got to win on the edge. Your defensive ends have to win, and certainly not just set the edge in the run game, but win and get after Patrick Mahomes, make him uncomfortable, force him into some mistakes. Mahomes has 15 interceptions this year. So it is doable. There's no doubt about it. I've talked about it. And one of my keys was this defense specifically getting off to a quick start, frustrating the Chiefs offense. Certainly a big one. And then on the other side, this Bengals offense, look, you'll hopefully have Jamar Chase, but you just can't turn the ball over, and you got to make sure Chris Jones doesn't wreck the game. If that's the case, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and Jamar Chase, they live for games like this. Tanner Hudson over the middle, they should live for games like this. I love the idea of a Joe Mixon, Chase Brown 1-2 punch. If you're able to get the ground game running or running works the same way, then you do it. And hopefully they can. Hopefully Chase Brown, who didn't have enough touches last week, got to get him more touches. And maybe it's a pass blocking thing. I'm not sure. But if you're down early, I don't care. He's your explosive back. He's the guy that you want to bank on in moments where you need a big play. And he was pretty effective last week for the most part. So I think between the two guys, it is the perfect complement to Joe Mixon, having a guy like Chase Brown get those guys involved. I think they have a shot. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm naive. I've talked to some that think that the Chiefs are just going to steamroll the Bengals today. They're a 7-point favorite. The Chiefs are. And so we'll see. I certainly think that it'll be closer than that. But the Chiefs, this is a game they should win, which means the pressure is on them, which means everyone's expecting them to win. And like I've said all week long, like Bengals players have told me, this is a house money game. The pressure's on the Chiefs. They can go out there, they can play free. And whether it's a Zach Taylor trick play, whether it's Jake Browning unleashing a deep ball to Jamar Chase or T. Higgins, or Maybe it's Andre Yosavash or Charlie Jones coming up big. This team, I think they have it in them. So we'll see if they can get it done. We will talk to you after the game. Happy New Year in advance. I can't believe it. This year has flown by. Thank you so much for subscribing and ringing the bell. And we will certainly talk to you after the game. For Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.